campuses are located on the unceded traditional territories of the Coast Salish nations of Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh.
Good morning, everybody. My name is James Ngo, and these are your 10 o'clock sports headlines. Starting in hockey, the Vancouver Canucks lost to the New York Islanders Monday night, losing their franchise record 11th straight game. The Canucks held a 2-1 lead in the second period, but couldn't hold on to it, allowing 3 consecutive goals. Head coach Adam Foote says the culture within the organization has to change.
We get off our game, we get frustrated, and we overcomplicate it, and slamming the gate and things like that. It's something we got to get out of our culture. Our culture's not going to be that anymore.
The Canucks' next game will be Wednesday night against the Washington Capitals. Winnipeg Jets forward Jonathan Toews received a standing ovation from fans in Chicago as the Jets lost to the Blackhawks 2-0. Toews, who was born in Winnipeg, was a Blackhawk from 2007 to 2023. He became the team's captain at age 20 and won 3 Stanley Cups in Chicago. Toews battled through injuries in 2024 and 2025 and signed with the Jets in free agency last offseason. The Toronto Maple Leafs lost to the Minnesota Wild 6-3 on Monday night. Wild forward Marcus Foligno scored a hat trick in the win. Leafs captain Austin Matthews says that the team struggled out of the gate after a grueling 4-game road trip.
I thought we just felt like we were just flat from the start of the game. I thought we didn't really have our legs, couldn't really get our forecheck going, and they controlled the play.
The Leafs will host the division rival Detroit Red Wings on Wednesday. In basketball, the Toronto Raptors are back in action tonight when they visit the Golden State Warriors. Toronto has lost 2 in a row, including a 17-point loss to the Los Angeles Lakers on Sunday. Both sides will be without key players for this game. Toronto will be without starting guard/forward RJ Barrett and center Jakob Poeltl due to injury. Meanwhile, the Warriors announced today that forward Jimmy Butler will be out for the rest of the season with a torn ACL. In baseball, the Toronto Blue Jays have announced that the team will be wearing commemorative jersey patches next season in honor of the team's 50th season. The patch takes inspiration from the old Blue Jays logos from their first few seasons as a franchise. The Blue Jays made their MLB debuts in 1977, winning 2 World Series championships in the 1990s and were 1 game away from winning a third in 2025. Their home opener will be March 27th against the Athletics. Tennessee Titans have agreed to hire San Francisco defensive coordinator Robert Saleh as their new head coach. This will be Saleh's second coaching job, previously working for the New York Jets for 3+ seasons, with a 20-36 record in that span. The Titans are coming off a 3-14 season after drafting quarterback Cam Ward first overall in 2025. They will have the 4th overall pick in the 2026 NFL Draft. The Indiana Hoosiers defeated the Miami Hurricanes in the College Football National Championship game 27-21. Led by head coach Curt Cignetti, Indiana has completed a perfect 16-0 season, the first in college football since Yale in 1894. It is the first national title in the program's 132-year-old history.
Mendoza took the snap. He was on the goal line, so had to lunge for it. He did, and the celebration begins. Curt Cignetti has led the Indiana Hoosiers to the national championship in one of the great coaching jobs of all time, in one of the great turnarounds in American sports history. The Indiana Hoosiers are football national champions.
Indiana quarterback Fernando Mendoza had a rushing touchdown in the game and will be moving on to the NFL next season. Canada's men's soccer team will host Iceland and Tunisia during the March international window. The 29th ranked Canadians will face Iceland on March 28th and Tunisia on March 31st. Canada's last game was a 1-0 victory against Guatemala last Saturday. Both games will be held at BMO Field in Toronto, Ontario. Canada's Leylah Fernandez was eliminated in the first round of the Australian Open against Indonesia's Janice Chen. This leaves Victoria Mboko as the last Canadian singles woman standing at the tournament. Fernandez is still playing doubles matches in the tournament. That's all for now. Thank you so much for listening. Once again, I'm James Ngo, and you're listening to BCIT's The Crow.
Stay tuned for more on BCIT's 1680 The Crow.
I knew a bit about Lightroom and Photoshop before coming into the program, but I didn't really know much about Premiere, and that kind of scared me. And so BCIT's really helped to kind of grow my skills in video editing, which is something I didn't really think I could do before and actually really enjoy now. It also taught me how to use the big cameras, so I can use more than just a DSLR now, which is very helpful as well.